Hey, uh, welcome to my channel, and my name is Kyra, and I am having breast reduction surgery tomorrow. I'm gonna just start at the beginning. So, um, I have been wanting a breast reduction for almost 3 years now. I initially started the process and wanting to get one when I was a size triple D, which was my junior year, going into my senior year of high school. And now it's been almost 4 years since I've graduated, and here I am. I know the number one question that y'all are asking is what size I am currently. Y'all can't really see them, but I'm currently at 36M. So I first started to have problems because of my breasts probably in my senior year of high school. I was never really heavy chested during like middle school. I think I went into a D in high school. Couldn't tell me nothing. I ain't had no booty or nothing, but I had titties, okay? And so it never bothered me, but I also was like 120 pounds like this, wearing a size double D. And so it wasn't until my senior year, I was in ROTC when I was in high school, so we used to have to wear the ROTC uniforms, and it wasn't until towards the end of my junior year, that I started to have to like go up in shirt sizes, and it was because of my breast. And so that was like the very first time that I started to like have trouble with my breast. I don't think I've worn a complete button-up shirt in probably 2 years. Like, there's no such thing unless I'm wearing like a 2-3X. I just don't own any. I don't own anything that zips up over here or buttons up. All of the jackets I own, even the ones I can fit, I can't button them. So that's just been my problem for a while now. But it wasn't until my senior year that I started to have like medical problems because of it. My neck was probably the first thing that started to hurt. I used to get these very strong strains, like right up in here. And like, you know, once I went to my doctor about it, they were like, oh, it's just because your breasts are big. You know, like your shoulders are carrying a lot of weight. And at the point, like, we really didn't, like, it wasn't like breast reduction automatically, you know? It wasn't like that. They were just like, you got big breasts, sorry. It wasn't until like later on that they became like a serious issue. And I'm gonna show y'all so that y'all understand that like that indention and that like pain in my neck has been there for like at least 2 years now. So it's like, honestly, like, once that muscle has been like constantly carrying that weight, it actually becomes a muscle. So I have like actual muscles in my neck. If y'all can kind of see, so this is where my bra sits, and even if I lift it up, y'all can still see that I have an indentation right here. And if you press on that, it's hard, like it's a muscle now. And so like this part right here, and I have it on this side, you can kind of see it real good right there. That's a muscle, and it's kind of like came around, and so all my back and these two sides right here is muscle. Like, that's muscle that I have you know, because of my breast. And number two was the back pain. So I started to have like really like upper back pain where my bra would sit, like right in here. That would start to hurt, and it just got more and more severe over the time. And over the time, I've just kind of dealt with it. There's nothing I could do. So I've kind of just dealt with the pain of my back, and it's even now in the middle, towards kind of like where the middle of your back sits. That also will hurt because of my breasts. If I'm standing up too long, or they're just being way down, that'll hurt. So neck, back, all this shoulder pain. It just became so overwhelming to the point where I would go to school and like me walking from like one side of the campus to the other side of the campus, like I would be in tears because my neck and my back would just hurt so bad to the point where it was just unbearable. So once it got to that point, I got super serious about my breast reduction. I was like, I don't care, these things need to come off. Well, that was like 2 years ago. And it was just so much that it got to the point where I just did not want to wear cute clothes anymore. It got to the point where I was wearing sweatpants and t-shirts for a while, and it was mainly because everything that I wanted to look cute in, everything that I thought I could buy and fit, and like the crop tops that everybody was wearing, I couldn't do that. And it was because of my breasts. My breasts were just way too big. None of the shirts ever fit. I always had to go, you know, 2-3 sizes up in a shirt just so that it could fit, fit, and then it didn't fit anywhere else. And it got to the point where like I was so small here in the waist area, like that my cup size was just super big. So I was super small in the waist and then a super big cup. So it just became very, very depressing. Talk about the bras for a big breast. If y'all didn't know, they don't exist. Okay, so I know that there are like a million websites online that's like adoreme.com and like all these websites that advertise big breasts. Yeah, I don't know about any other big breast person, but for me, not identical. Okay, this one is a lot larger than the other side, so it was super hard for me to just go online, like get measured and go online and be like, boom, that's my size, because it's not my size. And then I get it, and it's not my size. Okay, the price of any bra that's over a triple D is ridiculous. Like I have paid almost from anywhere between like $45 to $70 for one bra. And so it's crazy. So this is a tag from one of the bras that I got, and it is a 36 double H, and that's a UK size. And so a 36 double H in UK is a 36L in US. So it was ranging me like $120, $130 just to get 2 pair of bras, and then a few months later I can't fit them. So the cost of having big breasts, sis, it can go. This is a 36L, and first of all, y'all can see how big it is, but look at how strong this wire is. Okay, the wire is gonna be your best friend. You do not need to get, if it don't got this wire, it can't hold your girls up. That's all I'm going to say. Now for me, considering that I was so small around, I did not have like almost anything on the sides. It was very important to me that I had this extra fabric on the side and the wire extended towards that fabric, so this right here can catch that side boob, because you got big breasts, you know what a side boob is. Okay, and so having that extra larger wire that came all the way up to the side really helped with that. So the end of September is when I basically sat down with my mom and my sisters and my family and said, look, I'm having this breast reduction. At that point, I had been accepted into the clinical program that I'm currently in, and I knew that me trying to finish another year of clinicals with this pain that I was having every single day, just not even just from being in clinicals for 8 hours, just being at school, honestly, it got to the point where just me sitting down in a classroom would start to hurt because they were so heavy. My shoulders would bend like this. I would have incorrect posture, so my back would hurt. And it was just so overwhelming that I was like, look, everybody, I'm having this surgery before the end of 2019. I don't care how much it is. I don't care how much I have to save. I don't care what I gotta sell. These things got to go. You know, it was like a stopping point for me where I was like, I need to do what I need to do. We went to this amazing surgeon, and we ended up calling and getting in for a consultation. So this was end of September, and he didn't have an appointment available until November 17th. So this was like months later that I was planning on seeing him. So at that point, we were like, you know what, I waited this long, it's fine. November 17th. So the way that God works is that they end up calling me about a week after we made that appointment. So this was the second week of October. They ended up calling me, and they were like, hey, we saw that you have an appointment in about a month. Would you be able to come in tomorrow? Like, he had a surgery that was canceled, and he'll be here in the clinic, and he's accepting patients. So we were just trying to see if you'd love to come in. Now, mind y'all, I'm in clinical, so I have school from like 8 to 3, Monday through Friday. So I was like, yes, I'll be there. I don't care. I will figure it out. As soon as I got off the phone with them, I was like, I'll be there 8 o'clock. I'm there. I got off the phone with them. I called my teacher, and I was like, look, teacher, how you doing? I got this appointment, and I'm going. But no, he was very understanding, and at that point, I just had to choose. Yes, school is important, but also my health is way more important. So I would have rather missed that one day of lecture and made it to that consult than to wait an extra month just to get in to see him. So got in early, was able to see him. He is amazingly funny. And I think the most important thing to anybody out there that is wanting to get a breast reduction is make sure that you have a great relationship with your surgeon. You need to make sure that they are understanding your needs, that they're understanding your wants, that you are understanding the process. And he walked me through everything. He walked me through from the time I'm going to get there to the time I'm going to leave, to even after, before we even knew I was having the surgery. So it was just amazing. The atmosphere was great. Okay, so the only thing I can think of is my pre-op. So I had my pre-op appointment today, which is basically just you going in, kind of getting pre-registered. My surgery is tomorrow. I think the surgery actually starts at like 12, but I have to be there at 9, I think. Okay, y'all, so I think that wraps up this video. I don't really know. I'm pretty sure I forgot something, but